Hello everyone, this is Anirudh. I'm a sports enthusiast and all set and geared up for the IPL coming up from tomorrow. With less than 24 hours to go for the first game, I just thought why not I create a YouTube channel, talk about the IPL teams, look at how games go, and enjoy this moment. Yes, we are not able to go to the stadium, but I think we can do a lot more from home by cheering for our teams. So, at the outset, what does this video have? We are going to talk about every team, what is the best fit 11 for them, and how would the team go on from game one. So, who are we looking at today? We are looking at the Mumbai Indians, the four-time champion, the defending champion. They've been on a roll in the last 7 years. They've amassed four titles in the last 7 years, and they are a team that's almost all set to defend their title there. So how did the auction work for them? Well, not many buys. They had a good buy of Nathan Coulter. They've got Trent Bolt in there. They do have a hole in terms of Lasith Malinga. I think Malinga has been a key figure for Mumbai Indians ever since he came into the Mumbai Indians setup. He was a mentor 2 years back. They got him back into the auction. He was the one who delivered the title last year with that last ball to Shardul Thakur. Experience wise, yes, it does always help in the IPL, but I think there's a lot more with this team. One thing that you look at Mumbai Indians is they've got a settled 11 at least. It's not much of an issue to figure out what their combination would be, but one thing is rest assured Rohit Sharma has to open. Rohit Sharma opening for Mumbai has always paid rich dividends, and he, along with Quinton de Kock, would almost certainly set the top order there. I think the openers are more or less set with Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma. I don't see Lynn playing in that much. They did acquire Chris Lynn, but I don't see him coming in unless there's any injury coming up in the near future. Now, who comes after these two players? I think this is where the domestic talent comes of use. You've got Surya Kumar Yadav. He's had a wonderful last 2 years in the IPL. He's still uncapped, but I think he's someone who's knocking on the doors of the Indian T20 side as well. With Surya Kumar Yadav coming in at number three, Ishan Kishan now coming in at number four. You've got a left hand right hand combination there as well, and at the same time, guys who can play and then explode. And what follows number three and number four are the three P's. You've got Pandya, Pollard, and Pandya. Hardik, Pollard, and Krunal. I think they are the best number five, number six, number seven in terms of what Mumbai have, and perhaps many IPL teams would envy them for the sheer all-round abilities that these three cricketers exhibit. Kyron Pollard is coming off a wonderful CPL. He's the winning captain there. He's bowled overs there, so that's a very good sign for Mumbai because of late Kyron Pollard isn't bowling much. So his bowling stint at the CPL would be of use. And the Pandya brothers, of course, they've been a wonderful acquisition for the Mumbai Indians. They are their assets. Krunal can come in handy with his overs, 4 overs during the middle. Hardik, of course, he's coming back from an injury. He's had a few near misses in the recent past, but I'm sure that his hitting abilities have only gone higher. So number five, number six, and number seven, they pick for themselves there. And what follows? You've got Rahul Chahar. He's done well. He's bowled well. He bowled a wonderful spell in the final last year. A good leg spinner can come in very handy with the bat as well, and they can perhaps get in Jayant Yadav if needed as well. So number eight could be a toss up between Jayant Yadav and Rahul Chahar. More or less, I would say that Rahul Chahar freezes his position there. And then, of course, from a bowling perspective, you've got Jasprit Bumrah. I think he's a true asset of Mumbai Indians. Today, Mumbai Indians has to say that we've gone to a big auction. We need to retain players. I think the first name that would come up from the bowling contingent would have to be Jasprit Bumrah. The calmness that this cricketer brings in, I don't think there's any cricketer in India who can exhibit that calmness, especially while bowling at the depth. Who supports Bumrah? You don't have Malinga, but you've got Trent Bolt. I think that's a solid pick. A left armer gives you a good variation there. An in swinging bowler, he can get the ball into the right handers, and that's going to help a lot. And with pace, I think Trent Bolt is going to be a bowler to watch out for. And they've also got one more slot left. Who can come in there? You've got varied options. You can play two spinners. You can get a Rahul Chahar and a Jayant Yadav. You can even get in Nathan Coulter. Remember, Nathan Coulter is not just a normal medium pace bowler. He can also tong those balls in the death overs. So if you look at the squad that I feel Mumbai could open up from their starting 11, you've got Rohit and Quinton de Kock to open, Surya Kumar Yadav coming in at one down, Ishan Kishan coming in at number four. You've got Krunal Pandya, Hardik Pandya, and Kieron Pollard in no specific order, coming in at filling in the 5, 6, and 7 spots. You've got Nathan Coulter coming in at number 8. You can have Jayant Yadav or Rahul Chahar coming in at number 9. and then 10-11 being Jasprit Bumrah and Trent Bolt. So what happens to the bench strength? You feel Bolt is slightly out of form, you get in Mitchell McClenaghan. He's been he's been one of the workhorses for the Mumbai Indians. Whenever he's been called up, he's delivered results. Apart from it, suppose there's an off day that Quinton de Kock has, you haven't Sheffield into the fold. And even at the domestic level, even at the domestic circuit, you've got someone like an Anukul Roy who can spin, and he's an under 19 World Cup winner. So Mumbai Indians are more or less covered on their basis. Yes, you might say from a totally critical point of view that they don't have an established international spinner, but amidst such a strong lineup, I don't think that will really matter much. They've got the bowlers who can do it, they've got the batsmen who can do it. It's about two things. They've not had a good record in the UAE, but it's 6 years back. A lot of things have changed in the last 6 years, and they tend to start slow. If they can correct that, if they can get in a few wins in the first 3 or 4 games, then they go on a roll. And once the Mumbai Indian juggernaut rolls, there's no stopping them. So do they defend the title? They've never defended the title in the past. They've had this odd year success and even year failures. Can they do that? They've got the team, they've got the captain to do it. If Rohit Sharma fires at the top, Mumbai Indians is more or less set to win this IPL.